guys, my name is Cassie. I'm going to do my first video showing all of my animals. So let's go ahead and start in here. In this cage I've got a carpet python. Her name is Karma. She is still pretty young. She was a rescue, so I don't know the exact age, but she's probably about a year and a half, maybe 2. But she was very, very, very underfed. As you can tell how small she is for the age that she is. But she has been eating amazingly since she's been with us. And she acts like she's hungry all the time, so we feed her a little bit more often just to kind of get her back up to the weight she needs to be. Down here in this 40-gallon, don't worry, he will not be in here for too much longer. We actually are going to end up blocking off a room in our house and creating a little room for Blaze here. He is a red iguana. He's only about 3.5, maybe 4 foot long, including his tail right now. So he still fits on this perfectly fine. The only thing that turns around is his tail, but he can still straighten it out a little bit more if he wanted to. So he will eventually have a room in our house where he'll have a whole area and a basking spot and everything. But right now we're still getting everything kind of situated. So that's him for now. And beside him in another 40-gallon we have Crumb here. Her full name is Salacious Crumb. And we got her from someone who couldn't take care of her anymore. She came with this entire setup. The only thing that she didn't come with were those 2 rocks there, and then the food dish, which we had extras of, so that was fine. But this entire cage she came with, and that hammock she loves. She's kind of asleep right now, and that did come with her cage, along with this, which is her name, and it's just a little blanket. And then over here we've got Evie. She's my first cat that I have. Don't worry, she's in a huge cage right now, and that's only because my roommates are currently coming in and out of the house, and she will dart straight outside if she can, and they are taking stuff in and out, like bigger stuff, so the door's been kind of wide open all day. So I just don't want her to be running outside. And then over here we've got a 29-gallon community fish tank. I won't spend too much time showing you everything, but there's just some ember tetras, some mollies, some balloon mollies, some platies. There's phantom tetras. Those are the 2 balloon mollies. This one right here, the black one, actually is missing his fin on that side, if you can tell. But he's been doing great since we got him. No issues. This one we originally thought was pregnant, but nothing has come out. And we've had her for about 3-4 months now. So I'm not really sure. There are some of these little cord cats. They're all going to be kind of hidden though. And there is a yo-yo loach in here, but I don't know if I will be able to find him. There's a ram right there. There's another one of the... There's also a striped Raphael catfish, but he stays inside of this decoration, because if you see in the back here, there's a big opening. So that's usually where he's at. Yeah, I don't see the loach. He's probably in one of those hiding holes too. So that's okay. And then over here we do have another fish tank, but that's empty, but that's just going to be like a quarantine tank. And I'll show you where those fish went. In here, you probably won't be able to see him at all. No. But there is a, there you can kind of see his scales. There's a pied ball python in there. He wasn't a rescue, but I kind of say he is because he was completely covered in mites when we got him. It took about a month to get rid of him, of daily soaks, daily cleaning of his cage. We had to take everything out that he had in here and switch it all out with new stuff once he was done, and just to make sure, because we wanted to be super sure that he didn't have any more. We didn't want to completely decorate the rest of it until we knew. But it's been about a month and a half since we haven't seen any, so I think we're going to be okay to go ahead and put the stuff back in. These, if you're wondering, are just pest strips, which help kill off any mites, flies, anything like that. So we put those in a couple of the tanks around him just to make sure that nothing happened, including down here. This is Dante. Oh yeah, his name is Coda. I forgot to say that. His name is Coda. Down here is Dante. He is a salmon red-tailed boa. There's his head down there. He's hiding it. He's a pretty big boy. He's probably about 3-4 years old, I would say. He wasn't a rescue or anything, but he wasn't living in the best conditions either. His cage was a 20-gallon, and he wasn't much smaller than he is right now. And there was literally just old poop, like 3, 4, or 5 different spots of poop in there. So he was not kept in good condition at all. Up here we have the 55-gallon saltwater tank, which isn't too impressive as far as like corals go, but there are quite a few good fish in here. There is an anemone back there, and then this one right here is Butthead, and that one is Beavis. This one I haven't named yet. That one's Nemo. He was the first one I got. And then that one back there is Midnight. That one is a Midnight Clown. These two that are the orange, black, and white are Mocha Clowns. And both the 2 orange ones and the black one, the Midnight, I got from my friend who had to take down her saltwater tank. So she gave them to us. And then, like I said, Nemo was our first one. He's a Wyoming white face mask. And then I got this one, bought him not too long before we got those 3 right there. We haven't named him yet, but he's another Wyoming white face mask, but he has some spots that are like black and orange on him, whereas he does not, or she does not, because she would be a female out of those 2, but I mean, those 3 are all bigger, so it's kind of hard to tell who's going to be the females in this right now. There is a 6-line wrasse back there. There are some corals, but there really isn't many. A lot of it's just these little pieces that have flown away. There's a hairy mushroom right there. You're not going to be able to really see the actual pieces, but there's a starry polyp, but you can't really see it at all. More of those. This rock right here, the back of it, I noticed has a bunch of the cocoa worms or the feather dusters, whichever one you want to call it. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got this right here, which is spread like wildfire. You're not really going to be able to see them, but there are 2 cleaner shrimps back there. And then also, if you can see in the very corner back there, that is a long spine urchin. And he is really hidden. Usually he's out. Oh, that is the lawnmower blenny. He's like my favorite fish just because he's so cute. He's really, really fat too. But, yeah, you can't really see the urchin right now. Maybe he'll come out later. There's a diamond goby down there. And then there is also a yellow spotted goby. But he is hiding. He usually hides behind this coral and inside the rocks. So he's not out right now to be seen. And then over here, we've got Sally, my western hognose. She's a little shy, but she's awesome. She's one of my favorites. And then down here, this is Waldo. He is an albino Nelson milk snake. And he is very, very shy, so he's not going to come out there. And then, right beside there, we've got this big 7-rack. Let me see if I can tilt this here. 7-rack system. The bottom one does not have anyone in it. The second one here is a corn snake. This is Crush. He is a daddy to some babies that we hatched out last year. This is Odin in here. He's an annery corn snake. And he was my fiance's very first snake. He is a pretty big boy. I'll leave him in there. So he just shed the other day, so he's a little antsy. Up here is my Kenyan sand boa. He is burrowed right now, so you can't really see him. That's just his head. And he's in one of these with a bunch of sand. I did have Aspen in here at one point, but he seems to like the sand more. So yeah. And then this one is another orange corn snake. This was one that we got from a friend. She's a little bitey, but she wasn't fed too often, I don't believe, because you can kind of see that lighter line on her back is more like her spine. So we're trying to get her back up to par there. And then up here we've got two ball pythons. The lighter one right here is a kingpin male, and then this darker one is a butter female. They came together, if you can tell by their head shapes and their bodies. They were not cared for correctly, not fed correctly. So we were given them for free, so I do consider them a rescue because they were not being properly taken care of. But they are very sweet, and I only kept them together because that's how they were when we got them, and I didn't want to stress them both out too much. So I just left them together. And then this top one, well, she just hid, is a Dumeral boa. There she is. And her name is Eden. We have not thought of names for either of those. This one right here wasn't named when we got her. The sand boa is Rocky. Like I said, that's Odin and that's Crush. So yeah, we just don't have names for these two or the orange female down here. Up here, you won't really be able to tell, but there is a betta fish. Let me see if I can make it brighter in here. There we go. Yeah, so she's really pretty. And then over here, down in this tub, we have Abigail, which is a black and white banded king snake. She is in there because she is a complete escape artist. Don't worry, there are air holes all around every side of this and along the entire top. And we have another tub sitting on top with a electric can opener sitting there because she has escaped from locked glass tanks, and she's also escaped from these racks, somehow coming out of this tiny spot where my nail doesn't even fit in. So she is in there. And then over here we've got an 11 tub racking system. And this one we can't put small snakes in because we found out that they like to get out through these little openings up here. So this top one, we've got two geckos. There's one right there and one underneath. Two leopard geckos. I need to clean their cage. Forgive me, these tanks are a little hard to open. There is a normal ball python that was a rescue. She's in shed right now, so I'm not going to bother her. This one is a spider ball python. His name is Osiris. And the geckos, the only one that's named is the one without the black spots on the face. And it's October. The other one we got as a rescue, we have not named him yet. And then here, we've got the normal female ball python. She tipped her water. She just shed yesterday, so again, I'm not going to be messing with her. Actually, I had to help her get some of it off. It was stuck on her. And her name is Matilda. Let me go ahead and close that up there. And that's it for this room. So let's go ahead and move back here. This is a glowfish tank, but right now we only have a betta fish in here. She's right here. She's just all white. The light is just making her look blue, but she's just pure white. And then when you come over here, this was one of my first snakes that I picked out. My fiance already had some snakes and other reptiles here when I moved in, when we first started dating. But a lot of these we've gotten together since then. You're not really going to be able to see her, but this is Alice, the hypo lavender corn snake. I got her from a reptile show. And then down here is a regular, at least I believe, lavender corn snake. I got her from my tattoo artist who couldn't take care of her anymore. Also, I got Crush, the orange one, with her from the same guy. And he used to breed them as well. Not those two specifically, but. And then over here in this tank, we've got Zero. He's my patternless albino. Well, actually, he's not albino. He doesn't have red eyes. But he's a patternless, I believe, snow leopard gecko. Again, we just got him from a pet store where it literally just said fancy leopard gecko. But he has no pattern, no spots, nothing on him. He's just pure white, and that's it. This cage is empty. This used to have those two leopard geckos that are in that racking system. I'm going to turn around. Over here is Gabriel. He is a bell, a blue-eyed Lucy ball python. So he is completely white, except for his eyes are blue and his tongue is pink. But I don't think he's going to show it. So that's him right there. Over here we've got two more leopard geckos. This one out front here is Pumpkin, and the one in there is Roxy. Roxy was a rescue. She is missing toes from them not getting shed off of her toes, and she had shed all over her toes and all over her body stuck to her when we got her. But they love being together. They're both girls. Try to see if you can see Pumpkin a little better. Not really. Down here, you're not really going to be able to see her either. She's in shed. You can see her tail. That's another leopard gecko. Her name is Chomper. And then over here, again, you're not really going to be able to see, so I apologize. This is the mom with Crush, the other one I showed you. This is just a normal Okiti corn snake. Her name is Medusa, and she is the mom. And like I said, Crush, the orange one, is the dad to these snakes right here. So all these little corn snakes. And then up here in this one, if you could just ignore that. Up here is a albino king snake. She was a rescue. She has cataracts over both eyes. She can't see anything. She's still pretty skinny for what she is. She definitely was bit a lot. She acts very, very intimidated. Bites herself a lot. So she's one we're still working with, but she's very sweet. She hasn't bitten us. She has tried. She hasn't actually done it. So yeah, and just ignore that. That's just a puppy pee pad. Over here is where the fish I said used to be in the 30-gallon in the living room. This is the cichlid tank. It's a 55-gallon. Down here, you won't really be able to see him, but there is a albino frog. And then we've got some parrotfish. This is a blood dragon. Is the morph, I guess you would call it. There's a few different ones in here. That one right there is a flower horn. And that's a green terror, I believe, but he does not look like it. There's an albino one down there. Don't worry, he's fine. He just likes to sit down there and not really move around during the day. At night, he's very active, though. And there are 3 of the parrot cichlids. I know you can only see like one, really. The other one is back here. And then there is a Chinese algae eater up here. And that's pretty much it for that tank. There are some more betta fish that I completely looked over and didn't mention. Outside, I'm not going to go out there and show you, but we do have a Juliana pig. I don't know if you can really see him back there. His name is Oscar. And then over there, I don't know if you can really see him, but we have 3 chickens as well. They're all kind of hidden in the shade back there. We've got those, and then over here, in this big tank, or not tank, big cage, we've got 3 chinchillas. They are sleeping right now because of the time. But the white one right here is Sasha. This one is Lily, Lily. And then Luna is behind her, which you can't really tell because she is all black. She's a black velvet. She's right back there. And she is a cinnamon lily, and then she is just a snow, the all white ones. You know, they're still sleepy, so they're not really having it right now. And then, I won't show you the other betta fish just because I feel like I don't really need to, but I will come back here and show you real fast. We've got another cat. Her name is Dora. She is much older, and I just put her back here because she was already back here sleeping. I didn't put her back in the cage while my roommates were going in and out. She was already back here sleeping, so she could stay back here. And then over here, I'm sorry for the little mess. You're not really going to see her. I don't even know exactly where she's at right now. Probably underneath her house and underneath all the bedding. But there is a Brazilian rainbow boa in there. Very young one. I also have 3 dogs, which they are all underneath the bed. Well, actually no. There's one up here. This is Bella. She's a Min Pin Chihuahua. So that's Bella. And then we've got basically 2 Corgis, but they're both under the bed. So I'm not going to get them out and show them or anything. But this is Bella and this is Dora. Okay. And I think... Oh, bless me. Sorry. I believe that is all. I guess I can show you the bettas real fast. There's one up here which I don't know if you can see, but it's a koi female betta. I don't think you're gonna be able to see her right now though. Up here, there's just a male crown tail, which he is also very hard to see, but he's just blue and black. And then over here is Amethyst. He was my first betta fish. There he is. He's a big boy. He doesn't like the light being on. But he's like a maroon purple collar, and he's got some really pretty like electric blue on him as well. And then there is one more betta, which is just an all black one over here. And that's it. I do have some rats and mice in the basement, and 2 doves as well, 2 albino ringneck doves. But that's all that I have. I know it's a lot, and I haven't made a video before, so hopefully you guys like it. I do want to start making more pet YouTube videos, and I want to do like care videos, setup videos, you know, how I feed them, how to take care of them, all that. So if you're interested to see that, please leave a comment, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to start making videos for a regular hobby, I guess. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.